just sent him flying.
No entry today. Special occasion. Well, B. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but well, why don't you come see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Don't waste a step.
Hell's not this again.
Gortash is expecting you.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
It must be exhausting to be so cynical.
Not as exhausting as all that boot kissing you've been doing.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls. He's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerûn as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord 𝑩𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉𝒓, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets, through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Myrkul's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
𝑩𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, swearest thou by Baldur'S blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? 𝑩𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
And if the Steel Watch...
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn? Not just glory, paradise. Faerûn suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortash who ignites the final spark. And the people rejoice. Be in awe, truest soul. The new dawn will rise. Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Florrick. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready?
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
Help me.
Your tadpole seizes. The prism stills. Ravengard's empty eyes meet yours.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror, the city of Baldur's Gate taken by lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace. The true Ravengard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished, then? Your first act as Archduke, my lord?
To prepare an army. Steel watch. Next, we identify all enemies within our...
Your parasite binds your mind to Will's. Your memories of talking with Ravengard become his.
You spoke with my father. Incredible. To hear his voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
And if the Steel Watch can't protect us, what then?
Absolute's army won't stand a chance. 𝑾𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒉 will crush him like roaches under his boot.
Of course, it is the Duke.
Times of strife produce the finest leaders. Archduke 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉 will be no exception.
Since I last donned my armor.
An historic day, the city's first Archduke.
Archduke? Quite something, don't you think? I dare say Baldur'S himself would approve.
Thank the living gods, 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉 is here to protect us.
Finally, a leader worthy of this city.
I may speak only to my lord. Terribly sorry.
Any who dare speak ill.
Pardon me for saying that.
Have to keep going.
Would you have acquired such a heavy hand?
People demand it. Is a Baldurian truly free?
Mm-hmm. Ravengard freed from the Hells, Archduke 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒄 secures our borders. Baldur's Gate's future is bright indeed.
Under 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌𝒕𝒉, we're safe. More to the point, my fortunes are safe.
The Absolute's blight will be a hard one to cure. 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒌 is the Archduke for the job.
Bring it at once.
Think
mercenary it is.
What are they thinking? Giving a fellow like that such power? I give him a year at most.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you are not the master. Just as well.
Have you seen the tieflings at the south gate? Elturel's exiles, cast out by their own city. Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Doranbald still drags me hither and thither.
Sorry, these dukes are working me to the bone.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
I'd focus on my own job and leave the Steel Watchers to theirs.
Flaming Fist Barracks. Authorized personnel only.
Never wanted the easy path.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Gods, I hope they haven't put up the prices again. That ferry's my last chance out of here. Bakshi's got to have something that'll cover the rest of my fare. How do you know about that? Did those crooks down the dock send you? I told them I'll get the money in time. Not my fault they're charging triple. Take your money, my ass. But I have to get away. There's an army coming, trying to kill us all. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. All right. It's all hidden up on the roof. I just wanted to be safe. I'm not a coward. I'm not.
The pride of the gate. What's this now?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
If not over, then through. That's a friendly-looking shadow. Ah, nice. I just want a little look. All mine. Little bit of this, little bit of that. Should mind my step.
Something's not right about those students.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Hunk of junk stomping around. Who needs them when you've got flaming fist? This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off. Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. Can't believe they put that mindless metal 𝑚'ragreshem in my armory. Steel watchers. Stupid thing'll probably decapitate me for cleaning the bloody mace rack. Finally, someone who sees sense. Strong folk wielding strong blades. That's what keeps folk safe. Not those glorified golems. I don't have anything fancy, but you're welcome to take a look. Stay sharp, stranger. In these times, all we can trust are the blades in our hands. Who does any more fist for the cost of that thing?
You're a stranger. I don't like strangers.
Oh, leave it out. I've got a trial coming up, and I need to rememberize my lines.
Who needs them when you've got flaming fist?
Pretend I'm a fist and tell me which.
I don't need any attention right now. What to take? Don't want to draw any attention. One day I'll catch a break.
A hero at heart. Let's get it done.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
This is my time.
to move.
Battle favors the fearless. Finding my way.
On my honor. Slow down.
What do you want? You're the one pestering old men in cages. Now scram with your sourpuss. You're disturbing my sitting time.
You might as well lock the cell. You're too late. It's over.
𝑣𝑦𝑹'𝑺. Floric.
Will, is that you? What curse has befallen you? No matter. The city, the future, it's done. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Ulder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. Your father's a tadpole's puppet, Will. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. You might have unlocked my cell, but there's no escape from this place.
The hell's with that? Nothing is over. Not while I still draw breath.
You felt him. Extraordinary. Maybe what is lost can be found. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Lead me from my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Well done. Lead the way.
I'm a fist, and tell me what you
I can't really glaze that pizza.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
How much farther can I go?
Something's not right about those steel watchers. I'm telling you.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Blade at the ready. Ever onward. Time for a chat.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, 𝒂𝒍𝒂𝒕𝒉𝒓 has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is 𝒂𝒍𝒂𝒕𝒉𝒓's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
All right, what now?
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlach.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
You damned wretch! Father, Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. I wasn't ready for her death. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed, though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus, and so do you.
If not over, then through.
He looks the exact same as he did 10 years ago. Fancy a coat, I suppose. The Archduke of Baldur's Gate. What a sham. You don't really intend to be his ally, do you? Fair enough. Now that he's within reach, I don't intend to let him slip away.
Gods, I spent 7 years choked by Mazura's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds, and the city, from the brain.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Well, not exactly, but it's only a matter of time. Don't be too hard on Will. I'm sure he carefully weighed the pros and cons. Pro, freedom. No more pact, no more hellbound soul. Con, killing off his own father, Baldur's Gate's most beloved duke, and forever altering the city's future. I would have done the same thing in his shoes. But what do I know about heroes? Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise, and you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Of the ongoing emergency. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment. Shame.
Come back another time if you ain't feeling up to it.
Nah. Let's see what this here has to say. Flames.
With pleasure.
It was a clean decapitation. I'll give them that. Is that a pelvis? Gods, you almost feel sorry for Dribbles. Over here. What's this?
I will smile as the thievers sear me to my core.
The Elfstone Tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
We are all going to die.
Rummage.
Some of us may intend to do so in the service of something great. And to thank you.
Closest to a rag it's ever been.
Hail, Lord Gortash!
I've no qualms about the quality of the content. I've always enjoyed reading it myself.
We're big enough as it is.
Interesting.
Nortale's shelter. Refugees welcome.
And how?
People don't always know their own minds. You've got to keep them safe, that's all.
You'll not find any fear-mongering here. We're an honest publication.
Baldur's Mouth.
Fight back the army of the Absolute.
Standard procedure.
And raise our
Gortash just
city
wants to make
to
sure
its
that-
pinnacle.
Anyway, not like you could sell it.
Naughty. Nothing good.
Lovely day for it, isn't it?
Yes. Isn't every day a lovely day for a drink?
Don't wanna do chores.
Question their authority. Here's that. Their egos are big enough as it is.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job, all right?
Everyone has to contribute.
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed.
On the half-orc's finger, you notice an unusual ring. Heavy and with a strange symbol carved on its surface.
Scurry away, good book, before I crush you. Arm can be anywhere you like. Nose, kneecaps, fingernails. Bloody dark old sense. Getting paid to lurk in our guild hall. Never worked for it. Guarding the secret entrance. Not good enough for them, but good enough for poor old Tuskrun. Another one come to take our coin and clog our halls. Fine, I'll show you in. Nine Fingers will give you orders. In you go, before I change my mind.
God, this is boring.
Well, well. The fabled haunt of Nine Fingers Keep.
Never visited before. I thought you got around.
I always steer clear. If guild members started disappearing, people would start asking questions. And Cazador hated
Understandable.
questions.
When the answer is invariably this way.
Oh, you rancid bastard. See? Mine's fresh.
Welcome to the Guildhall, Faerun's finest festo, as long as you're not sober.
Or able to smell.
How much farther can I go?
No, I won't.
You're all on the same side, friend.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketherick's coffers. Ready to do some business? I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play. Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time. Anything of yours? No, ready to do some business? Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
Don't bug me. I'm making plans. Big plans, see?
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Sometimes stuff we sell comes back around to us again. So watch yourself. Got me? See anything you like? Let's talk price. See anything...
Right. Which crew are you with? Bellbreakers? The Children of Hor?
The names ring familiar. Two of the many crews that make up the Guild. A loose collective with ties to every criminal enterprise in the city's underworld.
Fair warning, The Guildmaster wants no fraternizing with the 𝑧𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒂. They're here to work, not share war stories. They won't be much use to us if they're drinking and dicing when the Stone Lord kicks the door down. The latest challenger to the Guild's position, but probably the first one to actually make us sweat. He came out of nowhere and ate up half our turf in a 10-day. So if you're speaking to the Guildmaster, maybe step soft around the topic.
If it's 𝒂𝒑𝒉𝒂𝒂 you're after, he's in with the Guildmaster. Not even Nine Fingers Keen can escape the great balancing of guild books.
Your eyes are going to want to wander all over this gold. It's only natural. Just make sure it stops at your eyes, aye?
I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't do requests. But toss me a few coppers, and I'll shoot you a saucy wink across the bar. Very kind of you, sir. I'll be dedicating the next keening elven ballad to you. You look like the type to enjoy one.
You won't find much fun here today. Guildmaster's battened down the hatches till the Stone Lord problem's dealt with.
Guildhall is not what it was. No gambling, no blood games, not even a pissy little peacock fight. Bored.
Do you hear the Harpers were half wiped out? We should be sticking the last of their bleeding hearts instead of guarding this place.
Don't bother scoping out the back tunnels. Whole place has gone dark until all this drama is over with.
Don't let the quiet fool you. Zent contacts say the sewers down here are livelier than ever.
I know times are tough, but this crowd could mingle a bit, eh? We're all on the same side.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Don't mind the ladies' court. Just a game we play. Figuring how we'll kill you if you cross 9 fingers.
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer? Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, what can I get you? Beverages of distinction, or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Are many children old enough? If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Ukta. We're playing host to a hero. You recall our reports of 𝑾𝒂𝒍𝒂𝒕𝒉𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒉, General of the Absolute, Champion of Myrkul, Unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him. A little less impressive as revelations go. You'll forgive the spying, I hope. The Guild keeps watch for anyone of interest passing through our gates. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends. I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. You've been seen with a certain Harper. Grey of hair, somewhat spiky of manner. We're practically sisters. So much so, I even stopped trying to have her killed a few years back. I need to speak with her. She's still getting the lay of the land, I expect. I have information that might help with that. So, remind her to pay an old friend a visit, would you? Until then. All hail the Absolute's worst nightmare. How can I help you in your war today? Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. The leader of some new crew that's intent on paining my arse. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. Leave no survivors to pass on a message. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting. Doesn't matter. Whatever god the prick prays to, I'll send him to meet it soon enough. We don't. The 𝑧𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒕𝒉𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒉 work for me. Time was, I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The Guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back. Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem. Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet. Huh. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying. Don't pout. For a brief second, I did weigh the odds on killing you. But if there's a tainted elder brain slopping around below my city, I think we need one another more than ever. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything? Oh, did you enjoy the encounter? I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose.
The Stone Lord plans to rob the counting house, and 9 Fingers means to trap him there.